Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Brett James back again with another video, and I am so excited this morning to be putting out this video. Last night was the official return of the NBA regular season since March 11th when the season got suspended. The Utah Jazz played the New Orleans Pelicans last night, and the Los Angeles Clippers played the Los Angeles Lakers last night. We had the first two games back. It was so amazing to see regular season NBA basketball back. Let's stop wasting time though, and let's hop right into the video though. Now, just briefly getting started, I'm going to talk about the Jazz and the Pelicans real quick. Great game from both teams. It went down to the wire. It literally came down to the very last shot of the game where Brandon Ingram missed the game-winning three-pointer over Royce O'Neal. A game that went down to the wire, and although the Pelicans did blow a 16-point lead, great game by both teams, and you love to see that Zion was very efficient in this game. Even though he only played about 15 to 20 minutes, he still was very productive. Brandon Ingram balled out in the first half, had a little bit of a downslope in the second half, but guys on Utah, Donovan stepped up in the second half. Mike Conley had a great game. Jordan Clarkson was fantastic in that second half, bringing the energy and pace back to the game. And the Pelicans as a whole, I know that they've got to win every single game basically to try and get that 8th seed and do their best, or even to get a play-in tournament. But even if they don't make the playoffs, man, I just want to say that this Pelicans team has a very bright future with Jackson Hayes, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and everybody else. I loved what I saw from them, and I loved what I got to see from that Jazz game as well. And even though the Jazz are a much better team than the Pelicans, and even though it did go down to the wire, the Jazz are still a very good team. They're going to continue being a good team. And now they're only one game out of the 3 seed, and I think 2.5 games back out of the 2 seed for that Clippers. And speaking of the Clippers, let's move on to the Clippers and Lakers game. The Clippers and Lakers game, everyone knows that they're the top 2 teams in the West, probably the top 2 teams in the entire NBA. I don't know where you guys want to put the Bucks. I would put the Clippers as the favorites in general, but what another great game. It went down to the wire again. LeBron hit the game-winning layup after he shot the ball, got his own rebound over 4 Clippers defenders, and still put it back up in order to win. Great game from the King himself, and even though he's not going to win regular season MVP in my eyes, he doesn't deserve it. I think that award goes to Giannis. Still a fantastic game from LeBron, but it was clearly evident that Anthony Davis was the best player on the floor, and you can make the case that Anthony Davis is the best player on the Lakers as well. Anthony Davis does lead the team in scoring, rebounding, blocks, and steals. The only thing LeBron leads in assists. And that's not taken away from LeBron and the amazing season that he's having. But I just want to say that Anthony Davis probably is the best big man when healthy and when he chooses to be. Anthony Davis was clearly the best player on the floor last night in that Clippers game. And I want to briefly say that, look, the Clippers lost that game by 2 points. If they had Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell, they're winning that game. And the Clippers and Lakers, look, if they match up in the Western Conference Finals or at some point in the playoffs, which they most likely will, Clippers in 5. You heard it here first, okay? That's not me being a hater. I think that the Lakers have a decent squad, but they're going to miss Rondo, Avery Bradley, and even if Rondo comes back off injury, I just don't see much happening. Alex Caruso clearly isn't that player as well. Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith are okay, I guess. The Lakers need a lot more. This is not the Lakers' year. Clippers in 5, okay? Kawhi had a great game for the most part. Paul George hit some clutch shots down the end of the stretch, and even though he didn't hit the actual game-winning basket, he had a great game as well. I love what I saw from Reggie Jackson, and like I said, if Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams are there, they win that game, and they are going to win that series if they match up in the playoffs. Great game from both teams and an amazing start to the NBA regular season. I loved what I saw from that restart in the bubble. Shout out to all my Orlando Magic fans that continue to support me every single day, and same thing with my Utah Jazz fans. You guys know, if you guys have followed me for a while, those are my 2 favorite teams. I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much again for watching the video in general though. That's it, you guys. I'm out, boys. Peace!